Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I want to try to build a one chunk automatic shop in Minecraft. Basically it will restock itself from chests and take care of everything after customers deposit payment. So first I think we're gonna need an interface for the shop. Something really simple like this should work. Basically you have the item with the price here, a lamp indicating if there's stock, and a barrel to deposit diamonds. I've also just decorated it quickly, so now I think we can start with the redstone. For the redstone, I want to try to use the relatively new mechanics for hopper minecarts. Basically, you can break them and place them again with dispensers. That way we can use a minecart to count the items. But first, we're going to need to detect when somebody inputs a diamond. With a simple item sorter like this, we should be able to do it. But instead of wiring it up normally so it lets the item through, I'm going to make it lock this hopper whenever a diamond enters. That way we can give the system time to react and then we can let the other items through. Now that we can detect payment, we're going to need to count the items to give to the player. For this, I want to try to use a Nito hopper clock. I think we can put it around here. This should work. Now we should have a working one wide tileable hopper clock. After all these items go into this hopper, this should switch sides and work. Yes, it does. Okay, so now that we have our clock, we need to wire it up to this system. That way, when we get a diamond, the clock triggers and counts the amount of items we have to give to the player. Something like this should work. What I was talking about earlier with the minecarts is basically if we have a minecart here, we can have it pick up items very quickly from a chest. And when we have the desired item, we can just launch this minecart a bit like this. And we get the exact amount of items we want. Now we should just be able to connect this to this system. If we're really lucky, something like this should just work. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a weird amount of items though. So let's just try. If we put 8 items into this hopper clock here. And a bunch of minecarts into this dispenser. Okay, so now if we trigger the system, oh, the minecart launches instantly. That's because the storage powers this dropper, so we're gonna need to move this somewhere else. So if we go higher, something like this, here we have enough space to work with. We actually need 2 rails because we don't want them snapping with other modules nearby that will be next to each other. I still don't know how to power this rail though, if we wanted to leave. Maybe something like this would work. I don't really know. Let's just try it. So, put a few minecarts in here. In theory, if we put the chest up here, put some items into it, it should pick up a certain amount of items, which should always be the same. A stack and 56. Is it always the same though? Let's try again. We get a minecart. It picks up items. I hope it always does the same because if it doesn't, my entire plan doesn't work. Okay, a stack and 56. That's a good sign, but at the same time, I still don't know how to make this work. So basically, what I have to do is I have to try to add a delay. That way we get like a round amount of items. So after a lot of trial and error, this seems to be the configuration that gives us exactly 16 items per item in the hopper. Just to make sure, I'm gonna try with like less items. Let's try with just 4. Let's see. We should get exactly a stack. Yes, we got exactly a stack. I don't know if it works for like really small quantities. If I put just 2 items, you can't put just 1, but 2. Does this work? 2, we got 32, so it actually works really efficiently. Now that we can count items, I think we can actually move on to the next step, which is just to let the diamond through when it's done. I think really simply, we could just do something like this. So if we remove this, now this is locking. If we put a diamond into here, does it work? That counted the items. But here, that didn't reset. So, no, that did reset. That worked, I think. Let's just try with many diamonds at the same time. So we should get 3 minecarts with 16 items each. Well, it got stuck. How? Okay, let's try again. Oh, the minecarts are bumping into each other with 2 little delays. So after a lot of testing, it seems that the only thing I needed to change is to add a bit of delay onto this piston, which can be done with a repeater here. This sounds really dumb, but it took me like half an hour to figure it out. Anyways, now if we put multiple diamonds, so let's say 3 into here, it should have a bit of delay between minecarts. That way it has time to leave, and we should get a stack on each minecart. Yes, exactly. Here, by adding a simple water stream with a dropper, I should be able to collect all the diamonds in one place. Something like this should work. I've just gone ahead and simply copy pasted it a bunch of times. And now that I've done that, it looks so much more impressive. So now the player can purchase items and they get loaded into minecarts, but we need to deliver these items. And what I thought would be really funny is that instead of just putting the minecart here so the player can pick up his items, we could actually shoot the items with a slime block right at the player. When you think about it, this should in theory save time because you don't have to grab the items and put them in a chest and repeat that process. They just end up right into your inventory, and if it's full, well, you can just shift click them all into a shulker box. Okay, so now I've built the track and the system which should unload the minecarts. Here the minecart gets broken and gets picked up by these hoppers. Then the items flow in here and get shot out by the slime block. So let's try by ordering a bit of fireworks. Okay, we should get a minecart coming here soon. Yes, we do. And here yeah, that's kind of obvious. How did I mess this up? Okay, we just have to break this block. It should still work. So our minecarts is here. Our items are here. There's a rail for some reason. Oh yeah, that's the rail I broke here. But this triggered too early. So I'm gonna try adding a bit more delay, I guess. So let's try again. Remove the minecart here. We also need to build a system which puts the minecarts back in the system. Now if we order a bit of fireworks, we get our minecart loaded. It will get shot out soon. The minecart comes here. It gets broken. We get the items. And they're shot right in the middle of the room. Perfect. So yeah, last thing we need to do is return these minecarts back into the system so they can be reused for later. Okay, so now everything should be finished. If we try to buy some cooked chicken, let's say a stack. And also, why not 2 stacks of fireworks, which is the price for 1 diamond. We should get all the minecarts sent at the back, like this, and all our items just get shot right at us. Perfect. On top of that, it seems to be incredibly fast. Let's try to time it. If we try to buy half a stack of chicken. Let's see, and it's already there, right in our inventory. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually really surprised how well this machine works. If you have any ideas for other things you want me to build, just let me know down in the comments. I read all the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.